sister. This exhibit brings back many painful memories. I'm sorry. As Henrietta and I have traveled in boxcars exactly like this one 3 times in our lives. The first time was in April of '43. We were still living as a whole family in Warsaw Ghetto. We had the first Seder, and the next day the Nazis stormed into our home and marched us to the Umschlagplatz. We were there for days without hardly any food or water. We were separated from our brothers and father at the railroad station. That was the last time we ever saw them. My mother, Henrietta, about 100 more people, and I were put in a boxcar like this one and sent to Majdanek, which was a camp of hell. It took us almost a week to get there. Shortly upon our arrival at the death camp, the Nazis made their selection. They put our mother on one side and Henrietta and I on the other. We left so our mother sitting on a patch of grass, waiting. Little did we know that she was waiting to be put in the gas chambers, and we would never see her again. I'm sorry. We were in Majdanek until July. Henrietta had decided we should volunteer to go to another camp. She knew we would never survive at Majdanek, so we took a chance and a second trip in a boxcar to Skarżysko, another camp in Poland. We slaved there in an ammunition factory for almost a year. We worked 12 hours a day. Over 25 people died because of the working conditions and typhoid at this camp. But it was a better camp because we received more food and water than we did in Majdanek. As the Russians were coming closer, I am a little more composed now. The summer of 1944, Skarżysko was liquidated. We were put in a boxcar for the third time, and sent to the hell of Buchenwald in Germany. As the Russians were closing in toward the end of 1944, the Nazis sent us on a terrible march. We went 3 weeks without hardly any food or water, only what we could find that they threw to us, the farmers. We had no idea how we made this. One morning, as we walked up by the Elba River, we heard the Russian voices, and we were sleeping, and they woke us up. We were hallucinating out of hunger, but they were very good to us. They took care of us and nursed us back to our health. We had survived different trips in cattle cars and 3 different concentration camps. I personally want to thank my brother-in-law, Elvin, and my sister, Henrietta, for making this exhibit possible and honoring our beloved parents, Sarah and Israel Gusman, and our beloved brother, Herschel and Ruben. Thank you all for coming and participating in this event that is so important to our family. And I'm sorry, I just got a little emotion.
but not by much. Sister of Rachel. I really don't like to talk about my experience of the war. I prefer to look at the future and not at my past. As you've just heard a tiny bit of my history, I can honestly say I believe in miracles. It is hard to believe that it will be 70 years since Passover that I last was with my parents and brothers. As parents and brothers, we look around at this museum and I truly can say, I can't imagine how Rachel and I survived the horrors. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Kidding myself. Rachel and I survived the fire, this horror known as the Holocaust. But tonight I look with pride at my family gathered here to remember our past, door to door, from generation to generation. And we honor our parents as God has commanded us to do. It is an honest and good miracle that Rachel, next, made this exhibit something is covered. Hold it. And I are standing here dedicating this boxcar in memory of beloved parents, Sarah and Israel, God's friend and brother Reuben and Herschel. I would like to thank all the staff of the Holocaust Center who have made this tonight and last Sunday such a success. I am greatly appreciative of all their effort. I also would like to thank Alvin for agreeing to make this exhibit a reality for marrying me 59 years ago. Okay, thank you all for being here and for your involvement in the Holocaust Memorial Center, a wonderful institution that will ensure the memories of the more than 6 million who perished in the Holocaust, including my family, will never be forgotten. Thank you.